Hello, I am Mehmet Ali Yaman, and in this video I will try to explain Turing machine from a question. So this is my question, which design a Turing machine which recognize the language L equals to 0 to n, 1 to n. So before I try to draw my Turing machine, I will try to explain my algorithm to how to design this Turing machine. So I need to take my pen. Let's say we have an infinite tape. Before putting zeros and 1 to that, I need to look my language and see there must be an order if there is zeros on or ones. There could be no zeros or ones, that means this language is blank. But if it is not blank, that means we need to put firstly zeros. Let's see, put in 4, let's see 4 zeros. After zeros, there should be ones, which let's show it in the tape. And this, after this one, there is blanks goes to infinity. So in my algorithm, after firstly we need to change the zeros to the x for start. After that, when we change this 0 to x, we need to go to the right until we see a 1. If there is no 1, we should reject this language or Turing machine, I say. And more correctly, we should go to the reject state. This will be more correct. So after we see our first one, we do it like if we change the 0 to x, and we need to change the first one to y. After changing the 1 to the y, we need to go leftmost 0, and this loop will continue until there is no zeros left or there is no 1 left. After that, we can go to the except state. So let's start driving our table. That's our start state. Let's call it A. A will go to another state with, if the input is 0, we will put an x to this, and according to this tape, it will go to right until a C1. Okay, so it's in the next state. It will continue to go to right until until a C and a 1. So if the input is 0, don't change anything because we go 1 to zeros again. And if it's a y in x, it's a y, not 1, go to the right until I see a 1, because this one will be changed too after some loops. After that, if you see a 1, because in the end it should see a 1, change it to y, and after that change it 1 to y, start to go left. We are in new state 2, let's say C. So our tape start to see zeros, or after the second one it should see the y's. So if it sees zeros, put the zeros and continue to go to left, and if you see y's, continue to go to the left. After that, at some point, it will see the x at this point, most left x. For now, it is most left. And when, let's say, it will go to this state again with x, don't change the x, and start to go right from that, because it should need to see the second 0. So from now on, this loop will go like, when you see a 0, put an x, go to the right into C1, put y to 1, and start to go to left until Cnx. After x, go right until C0, and this goes on until R0s become like x's and 1s become y's. Let's write it in here. So at this point, at some point within the A state, we're gonna take an input y, because zeros will gone, x will gone, and there will be only y's when we come to the A state. But when we see an y in the A state, our tape head will not be in the end of this tape. It will not show a blank. So to correct that, we write another state, which we call D. When we are in A, and when we take a y, put y again, and start to go to right, because we need to put this tape in the blank state, in the for this turning machine to accept this part. So when it goes to right, it needs still go to the right, because maybe it's not going to the final part. So we need to write a loop in here. When you see a y, still put y, and continue to go to the right. After some point, you will see a blank, because we're gonna come to an end. Not right like that, right like this, a blank symbol, put a blank again, and go to the left one time to be in our accept state. So this machine almost completed. But what if our n equals to the 0? Let's say or not equals to 0. Oh yes, actually there will be blank at the end, or not equals to 0. Equals to 0 works too, and 1 works too. So let's say there will be a blank again. It's exactly the same transition we did here, but from not y start, from the blank start. And you will go left again. It's exactly the same transition, but from A state to the accept, and this one D state to the accept. So this was my question, and thank you for listening me.